Good day, everybody. Welcome back to the Marvel Contest of Champions news show.
Did some players get a free 6-star and 5-star to get started in the game as a free gift? Well, it looks like that. Let's have a look more into this particular subject. But also, 7-star banners and 7-star crystals are not going down well with the community. Well, kabam changed them. Some players can't download and install the game, and we look at the results from the Not Another Anime solo event and more. Yes, hello everybody, welcome back to the MCN for Monday. Hope you're all doing well. In any case, moving on, and we hit 65,000 subscribers. Thanks everybody. Hit the subscribe button, post notifications on, all like button, all that kind of jazz. And just before going anywhere, I want to give a massive thank you to this video sponsor, which is the Ridge Wallet. This video is brought to you by the Ridge Wallet. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. No, it's not. But we should think about gift ideas for Christmas, for people. But also you could give a gift to yourself. Like how about two products that I use on a daily basis, which is the Ridge key case and the Ridge Wallet. The Ridge Wallet is made of durable material, and one of the reasons that I would recommend the Ridge Wallet to anybody is that it just saves space. Like one pocket is going to have your phone and your wallet in, and it's going to be chunky as hell. This is incredibly slimline, so I'm not going to find my pockets bellowing when I go out and about. The key case as well is incredibly sleek and is easy to access any of your keys. Both the Ridge Wallet and the key case have a variety of colors and types to suit you, and the Ridge Wallet holds up to 12 cards and there's a money clip at the back. I use the key case and the Ridge Wallet on a daily basis and really recommend these two products because they're all about space savers, and I love ingenuity when it comes to saving space. So why not go and check out the Ridge Wallet as an option for a gift, even for yourself, and many other products by simply clicking the link in the description and use coupon code RichTheMan for 10% off your shop. So yeah, go and check it out. Yes, thank you indeed to the Ridge Wallet for sponsoring this video. Honestly, it means a lot that we've got this this ongoing kind of support from the Ridge going into December as well. So I appreciate them a lot for it. And everybody that's checked out the link, checked out the amazing products that they have. So, can install the game. First thing on the chopping board to look at, and this is an issue that is affecting a few players. Now, I don't know if this is to do with end-of-life devices. What happens with end-of-life devices is that your device, depending on the year, kabam, and also any other app may not decide to run the game for it because for whatever reason they can't optimize it, it's not working properly, the graphics will change with it, lots of different variables and factors and updates that say the ownership, the operating system or whatever will not update for you, or it will not be kind of like further updated with further operating system updates. I've just not really explained myself there. But this doesn't seem to be something that's logged onto the Trello board, so I don't think it's something kabam are actively pursuing. But it would be interesting to note that if kabam could look into things like this just to make it, you know, clear, are they gonna allow for certain devices to have the game or not run the game? Because it's compatibility and optimization are two key things of this game that always need to be addressed. And now we move on to 7-star banners and 7-star crystals. Look, we all know the jokes that can be had from 7-star crystals. I mean, for me, it just resembled Frankenstein. It was like the Frankenstein's monster, if we're being specific about this. It just looked like Frankenstein's monster. Like, it just looked exactly the same. It's Frankenstein's monster. Other people have memed it in the way they kind of like want to, but let's face it, it's not something that's gone down as being overly pretty, especially from what is the next kind of evolution with it. I don't know if it's meant to tie into some sort of like narrative around everything else, you know, because we've got these kind of warped versions of champions, Citalis, we've got a Hulk version coming. So I don't know if that is how it's meant to be for the future of the game. In any case, this is what 7 stars look like. And the border looks like, again, it looks like the monster of Frankenstein to me, because it's just got these little bits kind of spewing out of it. I've seen loads of great ones that have been like Super Duper Boo, White Mummy. I've come up with amazing alternatives to it, and I would like to see them changed. Just to something a bit more vibrant and cool, rather than something that looks like, I don't know, some sort of ore is kind of like spewing from it. And it looks like I'm not alone with that particular, thought process, as many people on the forums have said that with the subject of it, very indifferent. I like it, some love it, but a lot of people don't like it and some people hate it. So whether or not Kabam will look to change these particular 7 stars is yet to be seen. It's a bit glaring. How I thought the Kabam might go with this was kind of like maybe on like a rarity thing. I know they've got gold, silver, and bronze when it comes to like 2 stars, 3 stars, and 4 stars. But where you go with things like, even with some of the bracketing and tiering with stuff like Battlegrounds, which we'll talk about in a minute with a bit of breaking news, the kind of way that, you've got platinum, you've got diamond. Like, imagine if those were the next kind of things, and that's personally where my thought process is with this. Like, the 7 stars are like, I don't know, diamonds, or kind of platinum in kind of the kind of texture tone and stuff like that. But again, this is down to Kabam how they do this, and whether or not, I mean, purple's striking enough because it stands out, but whether or not Kabam would change it was still yet to be seen. I think they're taking into consideration what players are saying, but whether or not they will do a complete overhaul of the artwork sounds like a bit of a hard amount of work, and we may have to be stuck with this for 2 years until 8 stars are released and we can go, oh, we've changed to something else. We don't like that much in appearance. And now we move on to a bit of breaking news. And breaking news is Battlegrounds. Yeah, so I probably put this on the thumbnail, but not in the kind of the opening kind of stinger. In that Battlegrounds is nowhere to be seen. This is actually really disappointing, because I was going to put in about an hour to 2 hours as a last minute push to try and get to Vibranium. And fingers crossed, was trying to get into Gladiator Circuit. But it looks like I'm going to have to chalk this this season off. This was my first season in Battlegrounds, my first slightly competitive, slightly casual, going kind of that way. But it's disappointing. Other players have noted as well. I've got some messages from people saying that, where's Battlegrounds? Battlegrounds is down. There is nothing at the moment. Because it's a difficult time of the day, because we are effectively out of operating hours for Marvel Contest of Champions, Kabam, and stuff like that. It means that, like, we've got Kabam Zanzibar, we've got a few other people as well. That that dealing with this one is going to be a bit of a tough one. Forums are starting like picking up with people going like, okay, well, we've where is it? And even someone in the same position as mine, I'm trying to make a last minute push, and now this, and that's obviously to do with Battlegrounds. And before people go, well, you shouldn't leave it to the last minute, like, do bear in mind, this is another very grindable, very farmy mode in Marvel Contest of Champions. So it's like saying, right, so if I had a load of time because I'm a non-spending player, going like, right, well, let's kind of let's make sure that I have enough time to do this. I now have to make sure enough time to do this. Oh, incursions are being buffed, so I'll go and grab a load of 6 stars from there. 6-star shards even. So it is a very grindable event, and yeah, like, you've got to pick and choose your times in Battlegrounds to make progress adequately, or you got to like not you have to have the best defenders and as well not flop, and that's the thing. Like, there's so much of a margin of error for things going wrong. But look, Battlegrounds is down. Is it going to come back? It may be back by the time I get this video up, but it takes hours for me to make this this particular video from research, and as well from chopping up this video into little pieces. Oh, and the thing to point out with the Battlegrounds thing is that it went before the timer went out. Just in case people are going like, well, Battlegrounds isn't meant to be up at this time. Depends when you see in this video. It went down before the timer ended, just to clarify that point. And now we move on to a very, very spicy and interesting story, and that's all about free gifts. Now, a lot of people were saying to me that they got notifications about some free gifts, and we'll kind of go over, like, because there's some people going like, oh, this is unfair. We'll kind of go over why it's not as unfair as you might think, right? So, messages-wise, players were receiving messages. These particular messages looked a little bit like this right here. So it was like you would get this message here. So this is Lefty Nox's. Shout out to Lefty Nox, and I think this is on like a second account of him because it says Leaky Nox or whatever. Or maybe it's me. I don't know what. Anyway, like message-wise, you got this right. You got this message saying about free 5-star, claim Nexus hero crystals, whatever, 5-star Nexus Cavalier crystals, spicy things. Okay, so you got that, and you're like thinking, oh wow, okay. But also people going like, it's a scam, it's a trap. And so, it actually turned out to be correct, and it was a thing. People were getting notifications for that. Some people saying that, again, didn't believe it because it was free 6-star Nexus Cav crystals. And as well, when you go into game, it wasn't there. This looks like, and as it says here, it's a welcome back to the contest thing. And even like there's a player here saying like it's totally unfair that people who stop playing get rewarded, but more than people who actually play. Now that particular sentiment could be correct and incorrect. Okay, I'll go with it could be correct because, you know, the length of time that these players have been without playing the game, maybe they wouldn't have achieved getting a 6-star Nexus to the value of, or 6-star Cavalier Crystal Nexuses. But at the same time, if you're saying like I haven't played in months, depending on months what months is, you could have actually achieved more. Like if I was as a Paragon player, say I hadn't played since becoming Paragon in August, and all I got was a 6-star Nexus and 6 Cavalier Nexuses, I personally would be better off actually playing the game, because I would have lost out on maybe, was it about 300 to 400,000 6-star shards. Units wise, I would have lost out on lots of units. Yes, okay, I would need to play the game in order to achieve that, but that's just the thing, isn't it? Going like, you have to look at this from a factual sense. Would you have been able to achieve more than that right there? That's going to have to be the question, isn't it? Also, at this time, you kind of think, oh, I've got to do arena results. Also, at this point, you kind of think, Rich, you do arena results. Well, you've only got 3 results. 3 results. So there's not much I can really do. So the only information we've got here is a 35 mil position, 35 mil given 70 position. We all thought that Beast Arena would go low, and I'd probably say that anything that's going to be about 30 mil flat is going to get yourself this 6-star champion. And yeah, I kid you not, we've only had 3 results for the arena, so I guess people weren't really interested in grinding it. I should have grinded it out, but instead I was having a life. And also shout out to Peter and Mr. Panaz, who say that 105 mil got rank 95 and 105.2 got rank 92. So that kind of gives you an idea for the Killmonger. So instead, we're going to end the MCN on results for Not Another Anime reference solo event. So I just want to say a massive thank you to everybody that got involved. We had, I think it was close to 70 bits of results, which was that's amazing data, by the way, because what we're able to do is, this will help out for the next time that we do this particular event. And I'll create these spreadsheets and kind of put a date tab to them and then kind of have them available to then kind of do predictions. That's one of the other things, is being able to predict in the future what happens. But you can see right here, like score-wise, we've got 222. Shout out to everybody. As I said, shout out again to everybody that gave results. Not everyone's results are here, but it just gives an idea of where we are close to the ranks. So 222 got position 32, 209, 41, 152 points, 162 position, 141, 233, 138, 268. So it really kind of gave you the idea of like how much you would needed to have grinded in order to get to that particular point. I've put mine in there. So what you can do is, if you don't know already, when you go in game and you go to your stash area, is when you've got rewards to collect, it will come up where it says there like milestone, right? It has something that says rank. It will give you a rank. Those particular ranks are quite important overall, but not so important. It's kind of a double-edged sword. So it will give you like the score, you know your score, obviously. You'll get a position and you get a rank. So that's kind of like something, just kind of like a tip to anybody that's kind of wanting to give stuff. I think we'll have a look in the future whether or not that really means a lot, but it's still interesting to note like where it is, as you know, just putting in 47 points was enough to get 1% to 10%. As opposed to my 57 I put in there. The same thing with further down, you can see that putting in a 16 points was enough for 31% to 60%. So I suppose it's the difference between having a few little extra shots. And it wasn't an overly rewarded event. That's the point. Right, but the main point of it was getting fabulous crystals, which fabulous crystals equals 3 units. So that's the kind of point, sadly, that you had to grind out in Battlegrounds 4. You know, putting in 47 points was enough to get you up to 1% to 10% from 35, which was that. So lots of really kind of like cool results. And yeah, next time this comes about, hopefully we can predict the event when it comes to points in the future. And just before we end, I want to give a massive thank you to everybody that supports the channel as a YouTube member who are on screen right now. We know we've had a new member over the weekend, so thank you very much. Also, those that support on Patreon, And also, those that support on twitch.tv/RichTheMan Live. That's where I do a lot of my live streaming, whether it's MCOC, whether it's different games. Hopefully this week Warzone 2 will be out and we'll be able to smash some people in that one. Looking forward to it. Have a good one, everybody. And check out some other content. There should be one other video posted today, unless there's any breaking news to cover. And I'll see you in the next video, whenever that will be. Cheers. Much love. Bye-bye.